Greetings everybody. My name is Vivek Kasala and I am from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. I am a student of branch CSC and of section D. Today I am here to present a tech talk on the topic a comparative review on renewable energy application and its difficulties and its future prospect. Moving on to the next slide. Contents. So this topic has a total of 10 subtopics. Now we are going to have a small glance through all these 10 subtopics. The first subtopic is what is renewable energy. The second subtopic is types of renewable energy. The third subtopic is applications of solar energy. The fourth subtopic is applications of wind energy. The fifth subtopic is applications of hydro energy. The sixth subtopic is application of biomass energy. The seventh subtopic is application of biofuels. The eighth subtopic is ocean and tidal energy. The ninth subtopic is difficulties in renewable energy. The 10th subtopic is future prospects of renewable energy. And now I'm going to explain all these subtopics in a deep manner. So now moving on to the next slide. The first subtopic is what is renewable energy. So renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources that are naturally replenished on a human time scale. Renewable resources are virtually inexhaustible in duration but limited in the amount of energy that is available per unit of time. The major types of renewable energy sources are biomass, wood, and wood-based. So, in simple and short words, renewable energy is formed from renewable resources that are naturally renewed on a human time scale, and these resources are inexhaustible but limited in the amount of energy that is available per unit of time. And some examples of renewable energy resources given here are biomass, food, wood, and wood base. So moving on to the next slide. Huh. So continuation of the first subtopic, what is renewable energy? Renewable energy resources are also called non-conventional energy or resources that are continuously replenished by natural processes. A renewable energy system converts the energy found in sunlight, wind, falling water, sea waves, geothermal heat, or biomass into a form which you can use it as heat or electricity. So, in simple words, renewable energy sources are non-conventional energies which are continuously renewed by natural processes. So, what does a renewable energy system? It converts energy found in sunlight, wind, and sea waves, geothermal heat, and falling water or biomass into heat and electricity, which the heat and electricity are used in various forms. This heat and electricity produced by renewable energy sources are used extensively in our everyday life. So now moving on to the next slide. It is the second subtopic, types of renewable energies. So examples of renewable energy resources. The first type of renewable energy is solar energy. The second type of renewable energy is biofuels. The third type of renewable energy is hydrogen power. And the third and fourth, the third and fourth are similar, and the fifth, the type of renewable energy is the tidal energy, and the sixth type of renewable energy is the ocean thermal energy, and the seventh type of renewable energy is wind energy, and the eighth type of renewable energy is the geothermal energy, and the ninth type of renewable energy is biomass energy, and the 10th type of renewable energy is biogas. So moving on to the next slide, applications of renewable energy. So the first kind of renewable energy that we are going to discuss in deep is solar energy. It is the radiant light and heat from the sun that is harnessed using a range of technologies. So in simple and short words, solar energy is the light and the heat from the sun, which is extracted from various technologies, and it is converted to thermal energy or heat energy or electricity. Moving on to the next slide. The third subtopic is applications of solar energy, which contains so the first application of solar energy is the solar water heaters. Solar energy can be converted into thermal energy with the help of solar collectors and receivers known as solar thermal devices. This thermal energy is used in homes and factories to heat water. So the thermal energy is gained from the solar energy. Then through various technologies with the help of solar collectors and receivers, it is the solar energy is converted into thermal energy, and it is used in the solar water heaters. And this thermal energy is which is used in homes and factories to heat up water. So the second application of solar energies are solar cookers and solar ovens. So a black surfaced vessel is used to convert sunlight to heat. It is used to cook food, and this is a very simple experiment where a black surfaced vessel or a sheet of paper is covered over a box or a cookers or ovens, and when the sunlight falls on the cooker and oven, which is covered by black surface paper or a sheet or a substance, the black surface vessel converts sunlight energy to heat, because a black surface body uh, is known for absorbing a lot of heat, and therefore it cooks up and heats up the food. So now moving on to the next slide. The third application of solar energy is solar electricity. So photovoltaics or solar panels generate electricity directly from sunlight via an electronic process. This electricity is used in the operation of calculators, home appliances, fans, lights, etc. and watches. So in simple and short words, photovoltaics or solar panels convert sunlight energy to electricity through an electronic process, and this electricity is can be seen in our daily lives, such as this electricity is used in fans and operation of fans and lights and watches and calculators. And the next application of solar energy is solar transportation. Solar powered vehicles may be the future with existing application including buses, trains, airplanes, and cars. So, in this such an growth of science and technology, we may be seeing buses, trains, and airplanes and cars may be running with the help of solar energy, which are solar powered, and we may not be seeing buses, trains, and airplanes and cars run by fossil fuels. So moving on to the next slide. And the next type of renewable energy is wind energy. So wind turbines convert the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power. A generator can convert mechanical power into electricity. So in simple and short words, the huge turbines convert the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power, and the power is converted into electricity through a generator, which is a component of the wind turbines. Moving on to the next slide. The fourth subtopic of the topics are applications of wind energy. So the applications of wind energy are water pumps, which uses mechanical energy, sailing boats, home appliances and industries through wind electrical energy, fans, lights, etc., wind battery chargers, wind electricity generators, parasailing, kite surfing, and hang gliding. So we see that wind energy is used in water pumps, which makes use of mechanical energy, where the mechanical energy is gained from the wind and from the uh, winds. And we can see that wind energy is used in lots of adventure sports. The first kind of adventure sport we can see is the sailing boats, and the second kind of adventure sport we can see is parasailing. The third kind of is kite surfing, and the fourth is hang gliding. And we can see that wind energy is also used on everyday basis, such as in our home appliances, and is used to power up fans, lights, etc. So now moving on to the next slide. And the next kind of renewable energy is hydro energy. Turbines and generators in dams convert kinetic energy of flowing water into mechanical electricity and then to electricity. The potential energy of falling water is converted to mechanical energy and further to electricity through various technologies. So in this slide, we can see that how hydropower energy is harnessed. So flowing water into the dams, the turbines and generators in dams convert the flowing water's kinetic energy into mechanical energy, and then it converts it to electricity. And then we can see in waterfalls, near waterfalls, various kind of technologies are installed. Those technologies convert the potential energy of falling water to mechanical energy, and then the mechanical energy is converted to electricity. Moving on to the next slide. The fifth subtopic is the application of hydro energy. And the first application we can see is controlling floods. And the second application of hydro energy we can see is irrigation canals. And the third application of hydro energy we can see is agricultural water pumps. And the fourth kind of application of hydro energy we can see is clean drinking water. And the fifth application of hydro energy we can see is used in operation of home appliances and in industries. So in simple words, hydro energy helps in controlling floods. It is used in irrigation canals, which is then used in farming and agriculture. It is used in water pumps, and it is used to obtain clean drinking water, and is also used in our daily basis. Example in the operation of our home appliances, such as fans and lights, and also it is also used in industries. So now moving on to the next kind of renewable energy is the biomass energy. So we can get to know further about biomass energy in the next slides. So biomass energy is obtained by it is formed from biomass. So it is obtained from biomass, which includes byproducts from the wood industry, agricultural crops, raw material, household waste, etc., which undergoes various chemical processes in biogas plants. Biomass is a plant or animal material which is used as a fuel to produce electricity or heat. So, in simple words, plant or animal materials such as household waste, agricultural crops, wood and raw materials, and other waste or converter or which come under biomass, and this biomass undergoes various chemical processes in biogas plants, and this chemical process through this chemical process uh, heat and electricity is obtained. So now moving on to the next subtopic, which is sixth subtopic, applications of biomass energy. It is used in electricity generation in home appliances, cooking, hot water heating, and mechanical applications. So biomass energy is converted into electricity, and that electricity is used on a daily basis. It powers up all the lights and the fans and other home appliances. And it is also used in cooking in rural villages and houses. We can see that biomass energy is used in cooking, and biomass energy is also used in hot water heating, and it is used in other mechanical applications. So moving on to the next slide, biofuels is another kind of renewable energy. Biomass can be converted directly into liquid fuels called biofuels. So biofuels is a product of biomass. So moving on to the next subtopic, application of biofuels. So biofuels is used in transportation needs, such as it is used in cars, trucks, and trains and aeroplanes. So biofuels are an essential part in the functioning of and of cars, trucks, trains, and aeroplanes. So now moving on to the eighth subtopic, ocean and tidal energy. Tidal energy is produced by the natural rise and fall of ocean tides and currents and is converted to electricity by using turbines and paddles. So the waves from the ocean waves, from the waves and the tides and currents from the waves of ocean water is harnessed and it is converted to electricity by using turbines and paddles. So which sums up ocean and tidal energy. So now moving on to the next subtopic. The ninth subtopic is difficulties in renewable energy. The first difficulty in renewable energy is cost and maintenance issue. The high initial cost of installation of technologies required to produce renewable energy is one of the major hurdles in the development of renewable energy. In particular, the cost associated with building, installing, and maintaining facilities like solar or wind farms. So, the installation of renewable energy sources or very expensive and very high. So the second difficulty in renewable energy is the lack of power storage at all times of the day is another drawback. So the renewable energy sources generate most of their energy at certain times of the day. Its electricity generation does not match with the peak demand hours. The intermittency of sunshine and wind cannot provide an on-demand power source 24 hours a week. Solar energy and wind are unpredictable. So in simple and short words, we can say that solar energy can only be harnessed during daytime, as it cannot be harnessed during nighttime uh, no, because there is no solar heat which can be obtained during nighttime. And wind does not keep flowing at high speeds at all times during the day and even night. So only during a windy day, a good amount of wind energy can be produced. Third kind of difficulty of renewable energy is the lack of infrastructure. Lack of infrastructure is another barrier to renewable energy development. The present infrastructure of renewable energy is mainly built for fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants. So, generally, in simple words, fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants are generally in a higher percentage than compared to renewable energy plants. So, generally, the renewable energy is forcibly renewable energy installations such as wind farms and solar panels are constructed in fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants, which were meant to be for fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants. But those places tend to not to not be able to harness the solar energy and wind energy properly, as those are constructed for fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants. So lack of infrastructure is a problem. The next kind of difficulty of renewable energy is non-renewable energy monopoly. Solar, wind, and other renewable sources of energy have to rival the well-established fossil fuel industry. The fossil fuel industry hinders the adoption of clean energy by undermining climate change. So, we have been using fossil fuels for so many decades. So, it becomes very hard for these upcoming renewable sources of energy such as solar, wind, and other renewable sources to overthrow the fossil fuel industry.